sirs and madams, gentlemen and ma'ams, youth and elderly, children and adults, I'm Mr. L, the figurehead and the Godhead of the 400-day fast to paradise. I'm coming at the whole family today. First of all, saying hello, and I hope everyone is doing well and feeling extremely well and in the best of spirits as I greet you in the name of my Creator with the word love. What I'm coming at you today to talk about is the continual method and the continual message of the 400-day fast to paradise, a fast that's for everybody that's on the planet, a fast that's to bring us solidarity, paradise, harmony, development, and growth. It's been said like this: we must continually to grow in knowledge, and we must continually grow in understanding. Therefore, the 400-day fast to paradise is a fast that's been put in my spirit, and as I grow, I have to continually bring it to the whole family and be an example of what the Creator has put in my spirit to bring to everyone on the planet. This is not about our service, meaning I'm not coming speaking spiritual knowledge or spiritual recognition or attention from any human being. I'm here to do what God has told me to do. 208 days is the example I'm bringing to everyone on the planet today, which includes no sex, no food, no watching television, no listening to radio. I have to be an example to bring to the whole family, and that example of solidarity starts with me and my Creator, and out of that relationship I develop what we all have and what we're all intended to have, the spiritual relationship that's already within us, because we're made in the image of our Creator, meaning we have the spiritual characteristics, whether we're aware of it or not. We all have the spiritual characteristics that are innate, which is naturally already within us. It's been given to us with the first breath of air that we took, our introduction to life, our introduction into this world, to the heaven and earth that He created for us, is the witness that the solidarity is already within us and the spiritual characteristics are already there. Now, the 400-day fast to paradise is basically a fast for love, a fast to bring all His children together, all His creation together. He put it like this when He was describing the beauty of love. He said when He had an unjust king that was ruling the land, after He had already had in His mind a just king that He wanted to rule the people under the banner of solidarity. The people wanted to rebel, and they did not want to follow the instructions or the Godhead that He had in place to lead the people in the one body, in the one direction of the Creator, which He knows best. His plan is always best, and it's better than even our highest level of so-called intellect. So He gives the people what they want. He gives them the king, but He says the king is not going to be ruling with fairness, with equity, with justice. You're going to grieve out of wanting what you want. Therefore, the king came, and just like the Creator said, you're not going to be at harmony, you're not going to be at peace. Therefore, they started crying, and they started crying, we need harmony, we need harmony. Pretty much like a lot of us are going through right now. We don't want to follow the lead of what our Creator has set down for us. Therefore, we have to deal with all type of broken hearts, all type of hate, all type of dissatisfaction, stress, depression. We can go on and on and on. We all know what our hardships are and what our agony and what our pains are. Therefore, when the Creator stepped in and said, I'm going to remove the king, I gave you the desires of your heart, as He will give us all the desires of our heart. Therefore, that's why we have to be united and connected to our Creator and develop the spiritual characteristics to get it in our heart. Because once we stabilize the heart, we're going to have this solidarity. So the king that He wanted to to rule that was going to rule. He said, I'm going to have a king after my own heart. Therefore, this king had an immense understanding of the people, of circumstances and situations. He was loyal beyond measure. He was an upright, just king. But first, he had to have solidarity with the Creator. And the king went so far to say it like this, and I'm talking about the most skillful harpist, the musician, King David. King David said, every day I will worship and honor my Creator, my Lord, with my lips, with my heart, right back to the heart. Solidarity of the heart with the Creator. Therefore, when he faced all type of oppositions, from those wanting to kill him, to him having the right to wrestle bears and lions, and those that doubted him, saying, you know what? All this opposition is against you. And King David, right back to solidarity, with the 400-day fast to paradise embraces, and it's for the whole human family, whether we want it or not. You have it, and it's going to stay here, just as King David had to bring it to the people. King David came aboard, and he said, when they doubted him, he said, I fought lions and bears every day of my life while I was tending sheep, and my Creator took care of me. Therefore, solidarity. So, whenever you're going through your fighting, your bears, your lions, your unhappiness, your unnatural mind, a mind that's abnormal. An abnormal mind being a mind not at rest, a mind not at peace. You need to have a changing of your way of thinking, taking out the old man, replacing it with the new man, coming into solidarity with the Creator. Therefore, as we grow into the awareness of the Creator in solidarity, we start developing our spiritual characteristics, and right back to the heart of King David. And the Creator said, but he knew all along, I'll make me a king after my own heart. Therefore, when we become in unison with the Creator, we all become just like the Creator had in store for his king. We all become the kings under the banner of developing the heart, under the solidarity of being with our Creator. So when we develop these characteristics of unison and uniting with our Creator, we become just like the great King David. We become children and kings and queens after God's own heart by doing what we're intended to do, solidarity. And we start developing praise and worship for our Creator by acknowledging Him in all ways, in all the things we do. We start walking in uprightness. Therefore, we're developing solidarity with our Creator. So we're developing this heart that we're talking about. And as we develop the heart becomes filled with solidarity. So when we're empowered in this oneness within ourselves that's connected to the Creator, that's how we develop the spiritual characteristics of solidarity. And then out of this one concept, it embraces all of us. That's how we get to the 400-day fast, to paradise. And that's how we develop solidarity within ourselves. And that's how we develop it for the whole. We have to be just like the example that was set by the king. We have to be loyal. We have to be faithful. And we have to have the confidence and the faith of no matter what we're going through, that same force that gave us life and that's been keeping us here, and that's been nourishing us and feeding us, it has kept us here. So we cannot overlook the importance of solidarity to our Creator. And out of that solidarity, this relationship of love will grow. And as it grows, it's going to automatically connect us all under one concept. The 400-day fast to paradise is intended for all of us. And as I said, it's not about me. I'm not seeking, no I seeking. I don't need spiritual clarification. My Creator has put it in me, and you see it. 208 days, no eating, no sex, no food, no music, no television, and I'm doing just fine. And we all are going to do just like this. 400-day fast paradise.